Hello, my name is Kim Smith and I'm the Benefits Manager for the Sioux City Community School District. Today I'd like to welcome you to our Insurance and Benefits Orientation meeting for either new employees or ones with a recent benefit status change. You should have received a white envelope addressed to your attention in either the school mail or the postal mail with your benefit package offerings. Please note that all insurance enrollment forms must be completed and returned back to Human Resources within 30 days of your benefit eligibility date. Even if you decide to waive coverage, which we'll discuss later on, all forms must still be completed by 30 days from your benefit eligibility date. So let's go ahead and talk about your benefit offerings. First of all, let's talk about a few policies for the Sioux City Community School District. First of all, our mission statement. The Sioux City Community School District exists to educate students to believe in their talents and skills, achieve academic excellence, and succeed in reaching their potential. Next, we'll have a short video from Dr. Gausman.
Hello, I'm Dr. Paul Gausman, Superintendent of Schools for the Sioux City Community School District. On behalf of the Board of Directors and your new colleagues, I welcome you to our team. I wish you a great deal of success as you join us in our mission to educate students to believe in their talents and skills, achieve academic excellence, and succeed in reaching their potential. Each employee contributes directly to the success of our students. Our team works diligently to foster a positive climate in each of our buildings and in all of our activities. And this climate is an important part of working in our school district. As a member of our team, it is important that you maintain a respectful and professional relationship with parents, students, and the community. I hope that your experience working here will be challenging, enjoyable, and rewarding. Welcome to our team.
Wonderful. If you'd ever like to meet Dr. Gausman, he does office up on the 3rd floor of the Educational Service Center building. You will just need to make an appointment through his secretary, Cindy Lloyd, and he'll be happy to discuss any concerns or topics that you would like. Next, we'll talk about our non-discrimination statement. We're going to focus on bullet point number 2. The Sioux City Community School District is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer and does not discriminate on the basis of race, creed, color, sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, genetic information, national origin, religion, age, disability, socioeconomic status, marital status, or veteran status in its educational programs and its employment practices. If you ever feel like you personally are being discriminated against or witness another employee that could potentially have discrimination issues, please let our equity department know as soon as possible so that way we can discuss an investigation or further practices. District email access. If you have not received your login information and credentials for your district email, please check with your building secretary or registrar for that information. When you're setting up your email account, please note that the district does have certain branding guidelines which can be found on the district website, but we also recommend that there will be no specific backgrounds, inspirational quotes, and we do recommend using a standard font size. But all branding guidelines for email access can be found on the district website. If you have not received your credentials for your district email as well as computer login information, please let Human Resources know and we can assist you getting that information. We do have a firm anti-bullying policy in place, and the Sioux City Community School District is committed to ensuring every staff and student member is treated with respect and dignity. Bullying, harassment, and hazing behavior can seriously disrupt the ability of school employees to maintain a safe and civil environment and the ability of students to learn and succeed. Again, if you feel like you or you have witnessed any other employee, staff member, or student being bullied, please report that information directly to your supervisor and we will look into that matter. Computer usage. Please note that all district computers are subject to district property. Therefore, make sure that you're using all district computers in the appropriate manner for district use and business access. We do also have a drug and alcohol-free workplace. Please note that the district always does maintain the right to ask for a drug or alcohol test. Payroll schedules. We actually run off of 3 unique payroll schedules for Sioux City School District employees. Salaried employees are paid monthly, always on the last business day of the month. Hourly employees are either what we consider 18 pay employees, which receive paychecks during the school year for hours worked. That is actually paid out on a bi-weekly basis on each Friday. Again, that's going to be during the school year only. For employees who receive that type of a pay schedule, we also only take premiums out during the school year. Additional premium costs are actually collected or prorated early on, so that way we collect more premiums to account for those that are not collected during the summer months. If you have any questions regarding our 18 pay deduction schedule, please let us know. The other option would be a bi-weekly schedule, which would be year-round pay, or what we consider 24-26 pays. These types of employees will have their school annual salary divided by the total number of payrolls we have during the school year. So it takes your normal salary and basically it will stretch it over a longer period of time. Those employees will have insurance deductions taken out for the first and second check of each month. For those that are in the CSPA group or the support group for instructional assistants, building secretaries, and aides, please note that first year you are employed with the district, you will be on an 18 pay schedule. During your second year of employment, you can enroll to fall into the 26 pay grouping. We will send information usually in the spring regarding how to enroll in that 26 payroll concept. Insurance and benefits will begin the first of the month following your hire date or your benefit status change date. Benefits available to you will be medical and prescription coverage, dental, vision, basic and supplemental life insurance, long-term disability, flexible spending, or a health savings account, as well as IPERS. The different types of coverage levels that are available for medical and prescription would be employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus child or children, and that's a flat rate. Does not matter or does not depend on how many children you have on the plan. It's all one flat rate for either one child or 5 children. We also have an option to do full family insurance, which includes employee, spouse, and any children. The dental and the vision plan work a little bit differently, and they work on the number of dependents, but not necessarily who the dependent is. So it can be employee only. For dental, it's +1, 2, and then 3 or more. And then for vision, it's employee only, and then +1 or +2 or more. So who can be on your plan? An eligible dependent would be a spouse, children up through their 26th birthday. There is one loophole there that children can be older if they are still attending school and are unmarried, that is key, or if they are unable to care for themselves due to a physical or mental impairment. If that pertains to you, please reach out to the Human Resources Department and we can help with any enrollment for those in that category. Medical, dental, and vision plans are considered separate policies. So you may add a dependent to one plan or all 3 plans. Just note that the employee does have to be on the plan to enroll in coverage for dependents. Insurance changes and qualifying events. Please note that mid-year insurance changes are only allowed for specific reasons. A qualifying event is considered a marriage, a death, divorce, or loss of other coverage. In these situations, you can only make insurance changes 30 days from that event date. With a new baby, you are eligible for a little bit of a longer timeline of 60 days. Outside of those qualifying event reasons, you are unable to make any insurance changes outside of open enrollment. So it is very important for you to take your benefit elections today seriously and put some thought into consideration of what's going to be best for you and your family. Open enrollment is done during the month of May, and then insurance coverages will take effect July 1st. Cafeteria cash is the money the district provides to offset the cost of your insurance premiums. We'll talk a little bit more about how cafeteria cash affects you individually here in just a little bit. Please note that different employee groups do receive different cafeteria cash benefit amounts. So if you are speaking with other coworkers, they may have a different amount than you do. Our medical insurance plan, let's go ahead and start with a little bit more information about that. Our medical insurance is run by United Healthcare. Deductibles and out-of-pocket maximums run January 1st through December 31st. However, since we do run off of a normal fiscal year of July 1 through June 30, any premium changes that are subject to the plan will take effect during the summer. We offer two different types of medical plan options. We offer the value plan and a high deductible health plan. The value plan is a traditional model, which means when you go to the office for a regular general practice visit, which would be a primary care, there's a $25 copay for that visit. Virtual visits, which would be online or telehealth visits, are at $10, $40 for specialists, $50 for urgent care. And if you see an urgent care facility outside of the Sioux City area, that is when that $50 copay would apply. In the event that you see an urgent care facility in Sioux City, that will still remain at the $25 primary care copay. $150 for emergency services. Preventative care is free. The single deductible is $1,500. That means if you would have a procedure done, the first $1,500 of that procedure would be your expense. Then after that, there is a 20% co-insurance rate, which would be your responsibility, and you continue to pay that 20% up until you reach the out-of-pocket max of $3,500. Now, the value plan is what we consider our buy-up option plan. So that plan you would have to pay in to receive, or please note the premium rates are located out on your insurance premium rate sheet that was located in your packet. The high deductible health plan is the other option, which is the more cost affordable and effective option. Under that plan, though, keep in mind that the member does pay 100% of all member costs outside of preventative care up to the $3,500 deductible. That means if you would go to your general practitioner for, let's say, a sinus infection, cold, cough, or flu, then that office visit would be your expense out of pocket until you reach up to $3,500 that you would pay in for the plan year. After that $3,500 is reached, then insurance will kick in and pay at 100% as long as far as in-network covered visits. Prescription coverage. We do offer a tiered approach to our prescription cost. Under the value plan, the most cost affordable options would be at a $10 copay. Tier 2 would be a $35 copay, and Tier 3 is at a $60 copay. Specialty drugs are those that would fall under an approval status, so those that might be treating for migraines, cancer, multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, those kinds of options will process at either a $35 or a $60 copay. Now, under the value plan, you can do a 90-day supply for maintenance drugs, which are those drugs that are taken every day, for the cost of 2 copays if you use one of the preferred providers, such as the Optum mail order pharmacy, Target, or Walgreens. Under the high deductible plan, all prescription costs are subject to that same $3,500 deductible that we talked about before. So again, you would be responsible for the cost of any drugs that you would have to take or prescriptions up until you reach that $3,500 amount. At that time, insurance would then pay for approved drugs that are considered in plan. Our dental plan is through Delta Dental of Iowa. There is a deductible of a $25 per person per year. Annual benefit maximum is $1,500, and that is the maximum amount that Delta Dental will pay per plan year. Preventative and diagnostic coverage is at 100%. Basic restorative is at 20%. That would be for like a cavity. Major high cost restorative is at 50% after deductible. Again, that's going to be more for like a bridge or a crown. And then orthodontia is covered at 50%. They will actually cover up to $1,500 as a lifetime max. Note that there is an age restriction of orthodontia is only covered for children up through age 19. Our vision plan is through VSP or Vision Service Plan. There is a $10 copay for an eye exam, which can be allowed once per plan year. Frames can be replaced every 2 years, and they will give you an allowance of $150 toward the cost of frames. Certain brands that are contracted through VSP can also be given an additional $20 for the allowance, so feel free to check out the VSP website for those brand options. Eyeglass lenses may be replaced every year, but keep in mind that those are going to be your standard single vision plastic lenses. If you would opt in for any of the anti-scratch coatings, anti-glare, any of those options, bifocals or the no-line bifocals, transitional lenses, those buy-up options will all be subject to your expense. You can also get $130 toward the allowance of contacts. Now keep in mind, you can either elect for the contact allowance or new lenses every year, but you cannot do both in the same plan year. So my recommendation is make sure you check with your vision care specialist to see what's in your best bet. You can also have a diabetic eye exam at a $20 copay, and then retinal screening at no more than a $39 copay. Laser vision is subject to a small discount. It's 15% off of a regular price or 5% off of a promotional price. Life insurance. Life insurance is a free option to those that are considered full-time employees. Full-time employees from benefit status is those who work 6 hours or more per day. The basic term life policy will be itemized out on your benefit enrollment sheet. This again is a free benefit to you. It is subject to what's called a life conversion form in the event that you terminate employment or wish to retire, and then you can have that policy rated to an individual one if you choose. You may also purchase supplemental life insurance if you elect, which is normally twice the same as the basic. It is possible to convert like we had talked about. It also has what's called an AD&D policy, which is accidental death and dismemberment. Heaven forbid something would happen to you and your death is deemed accidental, that policy amount would double to your beneficiary. Please note that if you choose to waive the supplemental life insurance at this time, you can add it later on. However, you have to go through what's called an evidence of an insurability form. This is very similar to a health questionnaire. You would complete that questionnaire. It does get submitted to the health carrier, or insurance carrier for review. And at that time, they would deem if you are allowed to pick up that supplemental policy or not. Long-term disability, or LTD, is a policy that you can voluntarily elect, and that would come into play in the event that you are unable to work due to a disability for 90 or more days. Those premiums are based on an age banding scale, and they are a small percent of your salary. If you have interest, please let us know and we can help make that conversion for a premium for you. If you are approved for long-term disability, the benefit could be up to 66 2/3% of your salary. Flexible spending accounts, or an FSA, can be elected for either health care or dependent care. But note, if you choose the health care option, you must have a traditional policy like our value plan, or have a secondary policy that's deemed a traditional plan. These plans are ones with copays. Note, with a health care flexible spending account, the max contribution is $2,750. And this expense account can be used to offset the cost of deductibles, co-insurance, co-payments, out-of-pocket dental and vision expenses, or orthodontia. Dependent care can be a max contribution of $5,000 if you are single, or if you're married and filed jointly, it can be $2,500 apiece. And that can be used for daycare, before or after school care programs, day camp, as well as elder care. Note that if you elect any amount up to the max, that amount goes into your flexible spending account. And as you receive the expenses, you can use these funds to offset those costs. Just note that flexible spending accounts are considered use or lose by June 30. So in the event that you have not had expenditures for the amount that you have elected, you would lose that amount at the end of the plan year. So I always tell people when they're estimating how much to put into an FSA, take a look at your monthly expenses and try to itemize them out as best to your ability and go with a more conservative approach on your amount if possible. A health savings account, or an HSA, is a great option for those who elect the high deductible health plan. Note that those that have an HSA cannot have a traditional policy. Very similar, however, these are pre-tax contributions that will go into your health savings account that will help offset any medical, dental, or vision expenses that you may have during the upcoming years. Nice thing about a health savings account is that these dollars roll from year to year, so you never lose out on these funds, which is great. The employee does need to set up an HSA through a bank of their choice and then notify Human Resources for the contribution form. For retirement, Sioux City Community School District employees are available to participate in IPERS. Please note that this is a mandate by the state, so all employees must contribute 6.29%. The district share is 9.44% for a total of 15.73. Employees are vested in the share of the district after 7 years. Please note, if you leave the district before the 7-year mark, you will forfeit the district share. Employees are required by the state to participate. There is no opt-out option. However, if you would like to contribute additional funds to your retirement, you can also look into what's called a 403B. This allows employees to contribute more money toward retirement, either on a pre-tax or a post-tax basis. Please reach out to Human Resources if you have any questions about how to go about setting up a 403B account. For wellness, we have a lot of very great opportunities for you to contribute in. We have an employee assistance program through Care 24, which is through United Healthcare. There's a lot of different options for counseling services, grievance services. If you're having troubles with any children, there's a nurse line, and we also have a lot of other options that are located out on our district website with more information. If you are not part of our health insurance plan, but you do have the life insurance, Morneau-Chappelle is also a really great alternative. However, they do have a little bit more of a stigma on that as far as there's 3 consecutive visits that they will pay for the same occurrence. Care 24 is unlimited for the number of visits that you need as long as you use the telephonic service. We also offer health club discounts, which are located out on the district website. Simply Engaged is a program through United Healthcare where you can earn gift card credits for participating in different wellness activities. Real Appeal weight loss program is also a free weight loss program through United Healthcare that you're welcome to participate in. We offer flu shots, biometric screening, participation in Live Healthy Iowa, along with a wellness newsletter. The Family Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, is a requirement for the Department of Labor that we must provide to employees to reach certain benchmarks. It provides up to 12 weeks of unpaid job protected leave to those employees that are experiencing a birth or adoption of a child, a serious health condition of a spouse, parent, or child, the serious health condition of that employee, or military family leave. But please note that the employee must be employed with the district for 12 months and also have worked 1,250 hours within those last 12 months. In the event that this does not pertain to you, but you do have a surgery plan, please reach out to me and I will send you the appropriate verification paperwork that will be needed. Also note, during FMLA, we've said that it is unpaid protected leave. However, this time is supplemented per your contract by available sick leave, personal time, and/or vacation time. Time off information can vary by employee group. So I would recommend to please look at your specific contract, which is located out on the district website, and/or the employee handbook for specifics regarding time off for holidays, vacation, sick pay, personal time, and emergency time. Workers' compensation. In the event that you would ever be hurt or injured while on the job, please follow these next steps. 1 would be to notify your supervisor or principal. 2 would be to notify Human Resources. 3, to seek medical attention. When you call Human Resources, you will be asked if you would like to be seen by a doctor or an occupational therapist, and we will get that appointment set up for you as quickly as possible. Step 4 would be to come back to Human Resources to complete the necessary paperwork, and step 5 would be to follow up with any necessary appointments. Please note that if you go to your own personal doctor, that visit may not be covered under workers' comp regulations. So it's always very important to reach out to your supervisor and/or Human Resources to follow the appropriate protocol. In the event of a true emergency, please use common sense. Go to the Human Resources department, so you can go to the emergency room, and then we will follow up with you afterwards for any additional paperwork that may be necessary. And then we'll go ahead and dive on in here to the enrollment forms. So the first form that we're going to look at is your premium rate sheet. In the top left-hand corner, it will itemize out your position and benefit status. Please verify to know that this is the appropriate sheet for you. Again, full-time benefits are offered to those who work 6 hours or more, and part-time benefits are available to those who work 4 hours to 5.9. The district's captured cash contribution will be located in the monthly covered premium cost right there at the top. That will be how much the district contributes to your personal benefit package. After deductions are taken for 3 main items, which would be medical, dental, and your life insurance, you will have or possibly have a remaining amount available. That amount is considered your remaining captured cash, which is added to your paycheck on a taxable earnings basis. You can use that money to offset any additional or buy-up coverage that you would like to elect, as well as family premium costs. Below that, we'll itemize out the different types of options available to you. Under the medical section, it will have premium costs for both the high deductible health plan as well as the value plan. The monthly cost will be in the first column, then it will be followed by the 18 pay cost, which is those that receive benefits and paid during the school year. However, the coverage is considered year-round. And then the cost per 24 pays, which receive deductions every 2 weeks. Below that is the dental premium costs, followed by the life insurance, the supplemental life insurance, vision premiums, some more information on flexible spending, as well as the long-term disability age banding scale. Next will be our plan comparison sheet, which will allow you an at-a-glance view between our two medical plan offerings. Most important, this is the enrollment form for our medical, dental, and vision plan. Note that you will only have to complete Section A with your demographic information on page 1. Page 2 will be for any dependents that you plan to enroll on the plan. You'll need to mark the box that says enroll for each dependent you wish to enroll. Last name, first name, social security number, their gender, their relationship to you, date of birth. Full-time student only pertains to those that are over the age of 26, and then the plan options that you wish to enroll them in, whether it's medical, dental, or vision. Down at the bottom will be the plan types that you would like to enroll in. So under the employee line, if you wish to do all 3 options, you would mark the box for medical, dental, and vision. Then to the right of that, choose which plan offering for medical you would like to select, either the value plan or the high deductible health plan. Under the spouse line, again, you will mark which plan offerings you would like to enroll, and then the same for dependents. If you wish to waive medical, dental, and vision coverage, you will do Section E, waiver of medical coverage only. Please mark the box for yourself, complete or check one of the boxes which pertains to you for the reason why you are waiving coverage. You'll read through this waiver section here, initial, date, and then sign in Section F. Then all members, do need to sign off on the very bottom of page 3 under the date and signature line in yellow. Next, we have our IPERS enrollment and beneficiary form. At the top, you'll need to fill in your demographic information. Below is your primary beneficiary, so who that money would go to in the event that you would pass, and then your secondary beneficiaries. The member must sign under Section 3 and have a witness who is not considered a beneficiary listed above. If you are married, your spouse must also sign and have a witness as well. Your life insurance beneficiary form, as well as the enrollment form for long-term disability and supplemental life insurance, is next. You will complete the top section, again, with your demographic information. For full-time employees, the basic policy is considered district paid, so I would recommend and encourage employees to elect that if they're full-time. Under that, you can either elect or decline long-term disability and then the supplemental life insurance. Please mark an option for which one you would prefer. You'll sign and date at the bottom of page 1 and then flip the page over. On the back side, you will need to list your primary and secondary beneficiaries, followed by a signature and a date. In the event that you would like to enroll in the flexible spending accounts, this is the form that you'll need to complete. Please let Human Resources know if you have any questions on this form, and we'd be happy to walk you through that. Along with the health savings account form, again, this is only available to those with a high deductible health plan option. Again, contact Human Resources and we'll be more than happy to help figure out how much you would like to contribute per paycheck. For this form, you will need to contact a bank of your choice first to get an account set up that is considered a health savings account that is subject to pre-tax savings. That you have 30 days from your benefit eligibility date to return all enrollment forms. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to Kaisa or myself, and we'll be happy to help you answer any questions that you have. Thank you again, and good luck with Sioux City Schools.